Ooh, it's connecting. Connecting. I don't know if it's live yet or not. It says it's streaming. Oh, we are doing something. Hey, we are doing something sweet. We are live. We have no viewers. My poor computer is already not liking its life. Yeah, it's pretty good at not liking its life. Yeah, handy. Okay, alrighty. We'll go grab this wiring harness and we can start dissecting this thing after I grab a trash can, because we're gonna need that. Definitely gonna need something for this. As far as something for this. Okay, so there's the harness. Now my problem is he pulled the headlight harness as well. I don't need that. I'm pretty certain what's this one. I don't know what that harness is either. That is the. Look at this snake. Big snake. Okay. What the hell is that wiring for? I'm gonna go out and whim and say that's transfer case wiring. Just gonna say that's what it is. All right. Let's go ahead and flop this here. All right. That's the disastrous mess that we're gonna work with. But to make my life easier, good. Where is the crossover thing? So this, in my opinion, without that piece, I don't think this was an original engine because they'd have put that back most likely. But I've been around enough stuff to know that don't mean nothing. We'll get the battery cable out of the way. Oh, we have some extra stuff too.
Yeah.
Non non-factory.
All right.
Yay. Already dirty. Gotta love it. Now the fun part begins, ripping off all the tiny tile. So this we need, this we do not need. This is air conditioning. And what else? All air conditioning, I'm pretty sure, I think. That would run, yeah, under the engine, up. Yep. Been a while since I've done this. Been a while. Been a while. That goes to the TAC module. That goes down around the front differential. That's a cut ground wire. Yes, that'll need to be re-terminated. That is an alternator wire, but Pins. Ain't it? It might not be. Might be losing my grip here. Those are both coil. So this is semi-lead setting, actually, how it sets. There should be a transmission harness right there. No, that's the transmission harness there. Or is it? Or is it? No, that's the MAF connection. Unfortunately,
You're cutting out real bad again.
and be the not too bad. But somebody they cut the passenger shoes off, so hey me. That's park control safety, which can be removed because we're not using it. I didn't bring any colored electrical tape because that would have made sense. It would have made sense. But, right. Trying to get back into remembering how I did this. Start out with tape. Oops. Ouch.
Okay.
Get this damn thing off here. That thing we can save and use it back on the truck later. I'm going to switch to the purple one because it has the actual seam ripper part, which will work better for this stuff. The connection is excellent, it says. That's a good thing. That's the alternator, but why so many wires? I don't remember my other uh gotta send a message to my nephew. We'll see if he responds. Okay. So this thing here doesn't need to be on there, and this can come. We'll save that. I think it went in there. That I wish would not be screwed up, even though it's going to have to come apart to redo it. It's all this crap. Starter. I believe.
Okay.
Low oil. Likely. Correct. Remember, always cut toward. There's some sarcasm there, by the way. Don't take me serious. Don't be cutting your hand open. Mainly because it hurts. Oh. Oh. Just oh. 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 It's full of grease. It was like it was on a car or something.
You think?
Yeah. Disgusting. Alright. Did I throw that in the basket, or did I actually throw that in the trash can? I think I probably threw that. Yeah, I threw it here. Well, you know. There you go, Will. You can have some extras. Extra bits are always fun. Ugh. Conveniently kept some paper towels handy because gonna need it. Also, got a Ryobi fan that's kind of handy too. Oh yeah. It's actually taking that away too, so that's kind of nice. Am I still real choppy or?
No, you're good.
Okay, good deal. Which I'll have to figure out all that for him. Change it. Okay, so that's temp sensor. But can't tell because it's got too much tape on it. Okay. So one, both the low mount AC stuff can go away because we aren't needing that. And this plug here can go away with the low mount AC stuff as well. That leaves us the 3 crank trigger wires and our starter exciter wire. Grab that out of the box yet? No, I did not. He should feel privileged to be my nephew. I'm using a brand new roll of 3M electrical tape for him, so he should be happy. Because they aren't giving this stuff away. mean, I'm not wrapping his entire harness. If he wants to wrap his entire harness, he can. Where's that ground at? Should be a random ground. Okay, so that's okay. That crap. Should be the AC stuff. Makes sense. Yeah. I was watching my preview window, and how far behind the stream is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is YouTube, so what is there to be expected? They're always a day late and a dollar short, so I'm still kind of upset at him for cutting the damn O2 sensors off. Okay. Like I said earlier, always cut towards yourself. Always lift with your back and always cut towards yourself. Isn't that how it's supposed to go? Yes, that's the color temperature. That is the universal color of me off in it. So yes. Yeah, give it the
Neat.
give it
We
the
are the nice that say neat.
Neep. Why is my purple wire loose as goose and the rest of them banjo string tight? Do explain that one. Play a tune off and go. What's the time? 7:12 is the PM. 7:12 in the AM. Somebody be quite pissed off it wasn't at work yet. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just eliminate this stuff because one half of it's grounds, half of it's crap. Did I mention it's crap?
Yeah.
Didn't people think what? Well, look at that. He's leg of the wiring done.
You're breaking up real bad again.
Hope not in the game, but it's a pollinator wire just that's not it was the have any wiring plug anyways. It would have been on the passenger side, and this is the driver's side wiring. Okay, so that's the ground that needs a new end. That's all the baloney that goes down at the bottom. Okay, got it. Oh, apparently we must have one viewer. They didn't say nothing. Bastards.
Welcome to my world.
Right? Guys, if you ever have the chance to buy a harness, do. Just kidding. This isn't that hard to do, says the man over here, fumbling through all of it. Honestly, these three things, if you're leaving the canister purge valve like I am, which is this one, these three legs don't even need modified. So, ooh, look at another clip to remove. How lovely. That one's broke, so I'm just gonna file that in the trash. I'm still rather upset about them cutting the O2 off. That's it was gonna need shortened anyways, but the fact the plug is gone is what really. Actually, are all the O2s gone? I think they cut every O2 off. They might have. Okay, no, there's the passenger or driver side rear O2 because it's in the harness with the transmission harness, which is the second easiest harness to do. So let's go ahead and do it. Try to get it lost around here.
This is a man that's been fumbling about.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this kind of work. Been been what, a year and a half since I've done one of these? I don't. So what are you?
Are you broadcasting on your TanTinPerformance, are you?
Yeah, we've got 3 views so far, and they last one stayed around for a whole 27 seconds.
Damn.
Ah, this rate. I hope they're all getting ads at the beginning.
That's probably why they left. An ad hit him right away.
Probably. I put moderate, so they're not the highest level you can have. So
Right.
I mean, it shouldn't be so horrible.
One of these
Gonna need,
days, I'm going to broadcast on Twitch at the highest ad setting,
yeah.
where I play 20 minutes of ads in an hour, just so I can get some money built up to buy me some damn glasses.
Uh, all right. What, like, connect? Because
You are breaking up really bad, buddy.
I don't know why I'm breaking up. I don't know what it is. I blame an Intel-based Mac,
There you go.
when it probably has nothing at all to do with what's wrong with it. But I have a slight problem, and I have no idea where my lighter is at. I know where my good lighter is at. There's my lighter. My secondary good lighter. All right. Get that cap out the way. All right. Tastes like a Oliva Connecticut Reserve. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. What's this wire for? So that's the front O2 that we need to save. This is the rear O2 and not the speed sensor wire because that's right here.
Damn it.
Damn it, Jim. Excuse me moments while I go Google on my other computer here because I'm having a moment. If you guys like cigar, go check out Cigar Mick. He's got good videos. There, I'll let you have a shameless.
Thank you.
You kidding me? Hmm. None of that stuff is no help. But I'm gonna go out with a whim and say it's if it's back there, it's no good anyways.
Damn.
Oh, for food fed.
Come on, come back.
Uh, uh, why? This thing had a greasy transmission. Real greasy. Get it clear up there to about that spot. Which none of this stuff actually needs to be removed, except for two wires do actually have to kind of be removed. The ones that come out of there go to the front turbine speed sensor because this is getting a 4L80. So I need you. need you. Need you just to get right out in my face. Made a mistake in not having my trash can closer. Oop! Service loop. Gotta love those. We just get looking at it. I don't know here. Got a chunk of electrical. Just
I don't know why you're breaking up so much, but you are.
really hope I'm not breaking up on the other end. The whole live that's completely crap. I've got one concurrent viewer. Well, hello there. Probably just scared them off. All right, so we're going to save this. Well, we don't have to save this wiring, but I have to save the plug because some dingus cut the passenger side O2s off, and we're going to need a plug for the passenger side manifolds. So, yeah. All right. It's getting deep. All right, so you come back here. All right, so this can be, once I get this split here. Yes, very nice. Why don't we look at Paul Allen's card? I love this. This just makes my day when they route wiring tangled inside each other. It's just awesome.
Beautiful thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's lovely. Perfect. You get a car and you get a car. Okay. All right. So everything here, from right here, gets to stay, but everything that I just have just hanging out right here goes. It's nothing. Nothing you need. It's nothing that needs to be kept here. Really want to be nice to the people doing your harness. Soak it in some Dawn dish soap beforehand and hang it out in the sun. Person doing your harness. Or strip all the tiny tile off of it. Then soak it in Dawn dish soap. Then take it to your dude that's doing it. But I got a 300,000 mile Tahoe fresh, so oh yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Got that. A bunch of wires here that I don't need. The O2, this primary O2, which is the front O2, is needed. That
Wow, somebody was banned off of my chat. How about that?
didn't Bad Company have a song called "How About That"?
I don't remember.
How much I need you. How about that? Oh, there went my one viewer. Gone. Just like that. Okay.
It happens. How it goes in my live streams on the cigar channel. About the only ones that stick around are you, What Now, and um, Mr. Kittle, and that's about it.
My nephew
Trevor, he,
got the
huh?
park neutral safety switch unplugged in both vehicles. They glue them in from the factory, so I'm kind of impressed that he got them unhooked without totally ruining them. But he does work on helicopters, so I'm sure there's a lot of crap on those that's unhandy to work on.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't have the temperament to work on a helicopter. I mean, I'm sure I could have the temperament to work on a helicopter, but I like to minimize the potential risks for people getting hurt, and working on stuff that stays on the ground tends to work best for me. Okay, so that stuff's done. Gonna have to bust out the broom when I'm done here. Give them the old wipe down. Wipe. Been live for what? Almost 40 minutes, and got about 3% of this harness done. I've had 4 viewers though.
Yeah.
Nobody stayed to bullshit in the chat though.
Are y'all done doing it?
Oh God, no. God, no, not even close.
Well,
Barely started.
been my experience. The longer the chat, the longer the stream goes, the more people you get.
That's the oil pressure sensor, which we will not need. That is map sensor. No, cam sensor, ground. So yes, those two are needed, but the oil pressure sensor is not going to be needed because we are running. We'll be using the small block. A little bit of small block Chevy. Some people like their coffee in the morning, but I like me a little bit of small block Chevy. My favorite thing is on some of these wires, you literally can just grab the plug and pull, and it will just tear the electrical tape for you. It's like it wanted out.
That makes it damn handy.
Yeah. Why, hello there. Who dinged me? Okay, so is that a splice? No, but that's no bueno. That's no bueno. So those two things are leaving. This is leaving too, but I would like to find my seam ripper that just left chat. Should call up all my family members that subscribe to me and be like, hey, go watch my live. You dirty bastards.
Yeah, no shit, right? Uh,
Support me. Don't cost any money. I don't care if you just turn me on your TV and leave the room.
lurk, lurk, be a lurker.
always handy. That goes down to crap we don't need.
The one thing in the world where it's okay for you to be alert
The sure.
when you're on somebody's stream.
I just like somebody to say something. You know, I'll be
Okay,
so.
I'll say something.
I'll
Booga
be
booga 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 booga.
goony goo goo.
That's my house,
House,
Gus.
it's my house, Gus. You take
Get
your
your good
goony goo goo
wife
kids.
and your goody Google kids and get the fuck out.
Yes,
Bitch can't climb a flight of stairs, but I'll bet you climb the fuck out of trees.
pretty much. Goony goo goo.
And then when she's falling down the stairs, my shoe.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's. Is that? Yes, that is knock sensors because that's green and blue. Yep. So that stays.
It's my house, Gus.
Be over there. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. Woo! You keep on knocking, but the piston gonna come out. Woo! You know.
James Brown scared the bitches into liking him.
Yeah. Yeah. With the banana. With the yeah. I don't know what he says when he's like that. He's really, he's real emotional about it. He goes, "Ugh." I will admit, doing this with a cigar is far more fun than I did it years ago without a cigar.
I'll bet. I'll bet you're right.
Wish I had a motor here though, that was in here like right by me. That'd be real nice.
So you'd
And
have a
then,
reference point.
yeah, I can just flop it over it. Like, hey, this goes here. Even though I've done enough of them, I kind of remember where everything goes, so I'm just winging it. We almost have the entire leg of the transmission harness. Well, it's not completed, but I almost got everything out of it that doesn't need to be there. I have to add a turbine shaft speed sensor for the 480, but we can add that after I repin the Pearl 60 plug. What is this? What is this? What is right here? My house does. Oh, oh, that's no good. I lost my ball. Yep, always come today. Remember, cut towards yourself. Always lift with your back. This is that's my advice I give to anybody on any social level.
There you go.
I never said I gave good advice, okay? Never claimed to be that guy. You stay, you go away. No pay, go away. Okay. I'm having a feeling this is gonna have to be removable. It's a big old knotty pine. But I'm gonna go out on a whim though. Let's say here real direct like. That's gonna be leaving the harness in a splice anyways, so so okay.
Oh, I forgot sand.
Got sand in your crack.
Oh, I need sand for this dinosaur.
Oh, yeah, that might be handy. Candy is dandy, but still not rot your teeth. Just ruins everything else. Oh,
Okay.
well, why hello there. My luck, this chat's going to be super small, so if somebody does type something in it, I won't be able to read it.
Are you using OBS?
Well, I'm using Chrome.
Huh?
I'm using Google Chrome, using the actual to do it.
You're breaking up real bad. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I'm using YouTube Studio to do it.
Still can't hear you.
Well, I don't know what it is. I can't help you. Let me
Say it
check.
again.
Say it again. Say it again. Uh, so I'm using YouTube Studio. Now I just lost my chat window.
Oh,
Oh, I lost that viewer anyways. Bye bye now. Ta ta then.
well, use OBS next time. And that way you can bring up a chat and make it
Penis,
large.
large and in charge, looking for chickies. This
Yep.
tan wire is about ready to leave chat too because that should be plenty of O2 wiring regardless. So let's go ahead and snip it.
That's my chat. Check your phone here in a second.
All right. So that wiring we're gonna need. So we'll set it over there, back in the corner, gently, safe in place. I love there's a taste of rum in that. That's very good stuff. Pumpkin spice latte. Just kidding. I'm sure there's some pumpkin spice cigars out there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
Surprised you
And I'm
never had
sure
one.
Drew Estate makes it.
Huh?
And I'm sure Drew Estate makes it. Well, they did. Remember that one
Yeah,
we tried?
yeah, yeah. The one you could have Oktoberfest. Well, you tried it. I didn't. The nub.
Yeah,
The nub, wasn't it?
yeah. Harvest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
harvest.
was
The
called
harvest
that.
nub. Yeah. Yeah. Gucci. 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 All right. So now the transmission harness is kind of floppy doppy.
I'll have to save that one for Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm a man of many things, but fighting with this plug, I'm not gonna want to fight with it much longer. So anybody needs some wiring for a park neutral safety switch for a 2003 Chevy Tahoe, well, GMT 800 truck, let me know. I have wiring with about 3 foot of wire on it. My house, Gus. So none of this actually needs to be modified, does it? No. So that's the map sensor. That's the block ground. That's the coil pack. That's the throttle body connection, which is broken. Big surprise. Broken. It's broken. Broken. It's broken. Having to reply to this. My nephew, the man that cut the O2 wires, at least I think he's fessing up to it. Good child. Good child. Calling him a child, and he's gonna be what? 22? If he ain't already 22? Speaking of which, we could actually start working on that wiring. Because we're gonna need it. Gandhi. Thick man. Fix. Alright, work tool. On the floor. Wait. There it is. Hiding. It's blending in real good. So this is the math sensor, which 9 times out of 10 is way too long. This is a deal for a external battery. Well, it might not actually be on this truck. I'm not real sure. It could be air conditioning stuff too. I don't think it is. Yeah, this is air conditioning. No, this is low coolant. Low coolant sensor. Yep. Amazing what happens when you can think and slightly remember stuff.
Just slightly, huh?
Yeah. Gonna have to get out the old stuff here and clean out this table. It's getting kind of nasty. It's nasty. We've had 9 views so far.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. None of them said anything. This is espresso depresso. I don't want to wait till I jab this pick in my hand. Let's just do it now and get it out of the way. See this thing? We're going to cut this off here like so. Today, we're going to be using the dullest pair of Snap-on flush cutters I could find. I don't know if that made it in the trash. Find Bill Gates and delete him. And then empty the trash. I am the mighty find. I can find anything. If anybody knows what that's from, you're the real VIP. Ah, got the tiny tube. Delete. Hope my brother has about 14 of these. What in good God's name of lock does this This is an L59, I bet, because those are not multiplex or whatever GM calls their multitex or whatever they call their regular ejectors. Those look like flex
Mhm.
fuel plugins. Fancy. I hope it is because I need a block file from one of those PCMs. So, okay. So I save you. Very good. All right. Let's delete it. See, start at the PC, but they don't need a PCM. It all little back in the center spot and in the center that I've already got. Back to the PCMs. The problem is you got to figure out what wire is what in this for all of the O2s. Because this is an O2 bundle and I need a couple of things. Well, GM spared no expense on that electrical tape. They used like 6 inches of electrical tape for 4 foot of wire. Right on.
Yeah, it's all sorts of good.
Well, it worked. It was covered in tiny tile, so I guess it worked. There is actually a bunch of wires in that I don't need in there, but don't. So I probably won't tie that up from there forward. How tangled is this? Enough to be irritating. Okay. I need to untangle those. But I bet that goes back to a ground splice real close because that looks like it does. You can tell the way it is because of the way it is. You can go here. We're done with you. And you can go over here because you really don't need much anything removed except some tiny tile right here. Okay. I have a problem with cutting stuff on camera because I can I just can see better that way when it's closer to me. What is your problem? Hmm? Ah, this is the second ball I've lost to this harness. How dare it? Okay. Get off there. Get There you go. Comes back here to more tape. Awesome. I love tape. Greatest thing. That doesn't need to go. That does, though. Those wires do. This does not. That's not part of this, and it still thinks it is. That needs to go over here. Like that to go with itself, because that's part of that. That can go over here, too. There's a ground juncture if I've ever seen one. I'd like to find that ground. There she is. How'd I know it was going to be back in here somewhere? There should be another one. That's the one that's hooked to something. That one is not. That one is hooked to something. That one is also hooked to something. These two are the ones that aren't hooked to something. So they can be removed. And I can throw some heat shrink over those real quick to make that connection nice. And then the green and the blue wire can proceed to exit the building. I have some heat shrink over here. Let me grab it quick. We'll set this over here so I can flop into it and have it just thrown everywhere. Okay. And we don't really need a piece this long either, so. One of my other favorite things about all of it is the thing will stay lit forever.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, my hands are dirty and I'm smoking a cigar, but I'm pretty sure the tobacco and stuff in this is just as deadly as the dirt. Didn't bring any pliers. Oh, I got some in here. Go ahead and. Ooh, my average view duration is 1 minute 44 seconds. Killing it. Killing it. Straight killing it, man. What was this? Okay. Oil pressure sensor. I don't want to do your dirty work no more. Name the band.
Couldn't tell you.
What? That's just wrong. Did you give up? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Steely Dan.
Ah.
I'm a fool to do your dirty work and no more.
Oh, now I recognize it when you sing it like that.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite scenes from The Sopranos. Is him driving in the Suburban singing that song. Okay. Take your thingy. Remember, for best experience, cut towards yourself. This is real thick stuff right here, so be careful. Or the fact that my seam ripper is getting half crapped up. I'd like to find the actual end of that and just, unravel it like the Lord intentioned. Well, intended, not intentioned. Speak English, you crazy German buffoon. I don't want to put a bunch of uh, uh, wiring on that because, like I said, we got to figure out what goes to where. Boy, the fun big piece of comes off. Ah, maybe. Oh, did that stiff? Must have been one cigar dick and threw all tiny tiny in the container in case he wanted it. That probably gonna be
All right. That's it. Got my 5 stars. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna call it quits for now. I got supper waiting on me, and it's getting late here. Well, kind of late. I appreciate everybody coming along for the ride. Um, be sure and check out Cigar Mix. You can find a link to my YouTube channel on every homepage. Come on over, check it out, and see what's going on. I appreciate it, and everybody take care now.
Correctional officers, security officers, any sort of officer in the course of their duty from public property. And there's no wiggle room in it. So correctional. One of the first things you did as secretary, I think, tell me if I'm misstating it, is commission a kind of study of autism. Can you tell us what that is? What are you seeking to do with that?
As per usual, Prehistoric Kingdom goes above and beyond. They've just announced breeding is in the next update. In this video, I'm taking you through the dev diary that is all about the amazing, detailed work they put into this new feature, and some fantastic surprises as well. Surprise they start out with, and it's certainly...
You saw how we felt. Martha, Clark, and are you listening to what?
The big Second Amendment news this week is the Trump administration's plan to merge the ATF with the DEA. Gun owners are not happy, and with good reason.
Come on down South Park and meet some friends.
Yeah, I'm just getting ready to go get some. I just got done with the live stream. What flavor are these mashed potatoes? Cool.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dash Reacts. Let's check out the South Park episode. Chef Goes Nanners. Let's do this.
Gentlemen, on both sides of an issue. Jimbo, why don't you begin?
Mayor. We cannot change the South Park flag, Mayor.
Mayor, as I've said before, I find that flag to be racist and insensitive.
Chef, I respect you very much, but you have to understand that this has been the South Park flag since some of our ancestors, like my great-grandfather, founded this land. This hits home for me because I'm originally from Georgia, and I know at one point there was a lot of debate over the state flag because the original flag had the Confederate stars and bars, and they have since changed it, but there was a whole lot of back and forth before they did.
That flag represents a time when blacks were persecuted by whites. How can a black man not be bothered by it?
All right, Chef, I'll have my assistants hold up the flag, and you tell me what exactly you find racist about it.
Oh!
You don't see anything wrong with that flag?
Chef, what about the baseball team, the Cleveland Indians, huh? Should they change their name because it's racist?
Yeah.
No, because it's their history.
Look, I'm telling you, this flag will be changed.
Oh my goodness. Just blatant. The Confederate flag they had in Georgia wasn't that bad.
Some people think the South Park flag should be changed, while others believe that changing the flag is wrong. I think this is a perfect subject for your debate club. I see that you've already had a lot of interesting debates this year. Pro-choice versus Cartman, pro-gun control versus Cartman, and people against the clubbing of baby seals versus Cartman. And apparently the winner of all your debates so far has been Cartman.
That's right. Cartman doesn't always win. He just gets pissed off and goes home, so we can't debate anymore. Yeah. I'm just a better debater than you guys. You don't even know what you're debating about half the time. Not in season 4. No, you don't. Maybe in later seasons. Well, screw you guys. I'm going home. Told ya. If you don't have respect for your past, then you can never expect to burn. Then you can never expect to have a future. Nowadays, everyone wants to change mascots and flags because they're not politically correct. Where does it end? I mean, people are going to start saying that the Denver Broncos are offensive to horses, and then we'll have to whirl. And then we'll have to change everything, and pretty soon all our history will be forgotten. I'm not opposed to changing some things if it really makes sense. Like a black man hanging a flag, change it. Okay? Change it. But I do think there should be a place where they keep the original versions of these things so that way people know the history. Like Jimbo said, it can be a slippery slope because when I hear about people wanting to change actual books, like authors' original works because it's something that they find offensive in it from a past time, I don't think that's a good idea, personally. You boys gonna make me proud now. Win that debate. Craig Peterson!
Peterson.
Damn it, we missed him again.
You see that, children? Nobody wants to get involved. Randy! That's right. Randy! Sign up to march with me against the South Park flag on Wednesday?
Oh, look, Chef, you know I'm not a rapist, but I just don't really feel strongly one way or another about the flag.
Well, all right, March. You're entitled to your own opinion. Hey, Mackie, sign up to march on Wednesday?
Ooh, Wednesday? Wednesday's tough. I guess maybe I could do something Thursday afternoon.
Thursday's no good. We've got choir council.
Oh, yeah.
What about next Sunday?
Fine. Next Sunday.
You mean during the ball game?
Oh, yeah, we can't do Sunday.
You know what would be better for me is Saturday afternoon. Saturday is perfect for me.
They're not going.
Yeah, I think that's the best day.
Okay, on Saturday, we march
What are we marching for?
to bring down the South Park flag.
Oh, I gotta
I'm
go.
marching for the day. Be later.
Yeah.
It looks like about half of you think the flag should stay, and half think the flag should be changed.
How could any of you think that flag should stay the way it is?
Save it for the debate, Wendy.
What, dude? I don't see anything wrong with that flag.
Yeah, me neither.
All right, Stan and Kyle, you can
It's an
both be
interesting
the team
topic,
leaders
though.
for the flag should stay the way it is team. Now, who wants to lead the flag should be changed team?
Wendy.
Okay, Wendy and Eric.
Hello, Chef.
My name isn't Chef anymore, children. I've converted to Islam.
Islam.
From now on, my name is Abdul Muhammad Jabbar Al-Kareem Ali. With everyone in town so insensitive about the flag, I find it no longer fitting to use my slave name.
Well, we need help with our debate club. We have to explain why we think the flag should not be changed.
You what? You don't think they should change the flag?
Not really. Yeah, we don't see what the big deal is.
Well, that figures you don't, because your cracker-ass parents turned you into little cracker-ass cracker.
I'm standing out front of the South Park mayor's office where both sides of this debate have gathered.
Change the flag.
Rock Don't change at the history. Kente Club.
Brother, what now?
Well, I think the flag is racist, but then again, it is part of our history.
Well, I guess the flag is part of history, but I can see how it is racist.
Both things can be true at the same time.
In the 1960s, there was a monk who set himself on fire to protest. You have left me no choice. To protest your lack of humanity, I will now do the same thing.
White power! White power! White power! What's that? It looks as if the KKK has shown up to voice their opinion. Hello, brother. We are here to support your noble cause.
Hey, now, we don't want your support. We're not rapists. This is about history.
Yeah.
Well, whether you want our support or not, we're on your side. White power! White power!
Mr. Garrison, you're a clan member?
No, but Mr. Hat is. White power! White power! Oh, you're such a rapist bastard, Mr. Hat.
I didn't know Mr. Hat was a clan member, but I think there's a lot we don't know about Mr. Hat, especially after like episode 200. And I kind of wish they'd make an episode about Mr. Hat's origin story, about his past. I think it would be funny, and I think it'd be stupid.
We have been working diligently on this problem, put in a lot of hours, and we have finally altered the flag in a way that we think will make you very happy. Gentlemen,
Let's see it. Let's see it. They didn't do anything.
is that better?
No, damn it.
No, but look, he's got a little smile now. See, he's happy. Much better, don't you think? Well, some people just
Good
won't
call.
work with you at all.
Mayor, the South Park Elementary children are discussing the flag issue in their debate club on Friday.
We could use the debate as an excuse to hold a vote on the issue.
Yes, of course. Let the children be responsible. Everybody loves children. Tell the press. South Park Elementary will be holding a vote on Friday.
You'll pass it off to the kids.
Do not mock Captain Candy Cane.
Oh, yeah? How would you like I should kick you in the nuts?
If we could show a parallel between the South Carolina case.
Oh, yeah? I'll kick you in the nuts. Doing anything. I'll kick you in the nuts. I'll kick you in the nuts.
Carmen, why don't you just go home? You aren't helping any.
You won't let me.
That's because you're stupid and you're a racist.
Ooh, somebody shot our children. Lord, what? Nah. Touche. But dude, you might as well let me help you. We're in this together. I mean, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Let Cartman have. Seriously. Yes, the bug monster. Charmander?
Kenny, how many of my dad's mints are you gonna eat? Jesus. I know your family's party. You can't just eat an entire bowl of mints for dinner. I don't think we stand a chance in this debate because Wendy's leading the other side. Dude, you're just saying that because she's your girlfriend. Yeah, you can have a drink of water. The dispenser's over there. Yeah, you must be thirsty after eating 60 mints.
Hey, boys, how's the research coming?
Pretty good, I guess. Do you think they should change the flag?
Oh, I don't know.
Kenny ate all the mints, Dad.
Oh, those weren't mints. Those were antacid tablets.
Oh. Kenny!
What? Oh.
That was a good one.
That's gotta be one of his worst deaths. It's a horrible way to go. It's creative.
Do not change the flag. It is a symbol of white power. White power.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chef. Mr. Head is a racist son of a bitch. Don't apologize for me to that spear chucker.
Better run. Just stand by and let these races do this.
Well, Chef, it's freedom of speech. We don't like it, but we can't arrest them for talking.
Should the Klan be allowed to rally on the steps of the Capitol? I think they are racist, but I do think freedom of speech is important.
That's why high-button issues are so tough to debate sometimes.
Preliminary polls show 3 in favor of changing the flag, 3 against changing the flag, and 4,382 undecided. So the pressure is on those South Park kids.
Well, that's enough rallying for this afternoon, members. Let's take a hot shower. Hot shower. Hot shower.
Dad, no.
We have. Can you hear me? Yes, you can finally hear me. Good deal. Good deal.
And I'm
Wonder
Well,
how long that took to not be able to hear. That's yeah.
About a half hour now.
Let's just see you try and go without
Great.
me.
I wondered why you just all of a sudden just fell off.
These are mean even
Because
men.
I couldn't hear you. My microphone wasn't registering any audio to the computer. So I was just babbling on by myself.
Brother Anderson, updates on last week's minute.
Handy.
Blacks and Jews. A lot. All right. And now it's time for us all to come together and do our cake raffle.
All right.
Okay. This week's winner is 2974.
I won the cake.
So silly.
Good job, brother.
There is a tan and white wire, because that's an O2. Wire up about guarantee it. It is in a.
Dreaming about carpet.
Yep. And there's a black.
Okay.
Well.
It would be like it's the edit. Wendy. 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 Please don't let this be happening.
Lynching minorities is history. So what are we going to do about it? Let's say that if they change the flag, we'll burn down the Capitol. Yeah!
Let's say that if they change the flag, we'll never leave this town.
Yeah!
Let's say they should change the flag.
Okay.
What's that, brother?
I think we should switch sides.
Me too. That's a good idea.
Look, we have to accept the fact that most people in the world hate us, right?
Yeah?
So whatever side we're on is the side that's going to lose, right?
Right.
So why don't we all say that we want the flag changed? That way, most folks will vote to keep it the way it is.
That's a great idea, brother. Yeah! We will officially tell everyone that we want the flag changed so that they will all vote against us.
That'll all go back to some of the PCMs.
easy.
It is time to play who's got the silliest thing on under their robe.
We
Yeah!
can depin this stuff. Well, now that y'all can hear me again, that's a big thing.
Jesus, man, these guys are completely nuts. I can't believe those people are on our side.
Come on.
Oh, hello, Chef. Big debate tomorrow, I guess. Oh, Jesus, the road, Chef. This isn't what it looks like. You gotta listen to it.
I ain't gonna listen to that. This whole cracker-ass town can kiss my ass.
Dad, I'm starting to think that maybe history ain't worth defending sometimes.
Thanks for coming over, baby. I have something to tell you. Sure, what? Baby, I'm attracted to curtains. Why would you tell me this? Why would you tell anyone this? Because I don't know what to do. I can't concentrate, and if I can't concentrate, then I can't win the debate tomorrow. The whole vote is dependent on me doing a good job. All right, look. When two people work closely for a long time, sometimes they feel what's called sexual tension. Sometimes you just have to act on impulse and get it over with. You mean?
That's a horrible idea. Sometimes you shouldn't listen to your friends.
Sometimes you just
That
have to
can't
act on
happen,
impulse and
though.
get it over with. You mean I should kiss him? Kiss
Especially
him
in
and get it
school.
out of your system. Oh, God!
Start with Wendy Testaberger on the flag should be changed team.
The first argument let me start over. Oh God, could you excuse me for a moment?
Oh. They're gonna think.
There. Now, the main point we would like to make is that oftentimes it is prudent to change history. As times change, we hope to grow, and as we
And she
grow,
just
our
goes
rules
back.
must change. It is a natural part of evolution. Thank you.
The shock.
Okay.
Okay,
So
that's
those are all on
convincing.
T into other inquiries.
Our main point is that the flag shouldn't have.
What's that?
Oh, these other pink wires go into other pink wires in the fuse block. So
Oh.
Been
I
anyone
would be
because killing has been around since the beginning of time. All animals kill, and the animals that don't kill are stupid ones, like cows and turtles and stuff. So people should not be so upset about killing. Thank you.
Whoa. You just missed the point entirely.
Huh?
I'm not mad because the flag shows somebody getting killed. It's because it's racist.
Racist.
Children, don't you even know what this argument is about? That flag is racist because a black man is being hung by white people.
Oh.
Oh,
I didn't really see it that way.
but that's a black man up there.
Yeah, but the color of someone's skin doesn't matter.
Well, of course it matters when... Oh, my God. You children didn't even see the flag as a black man being hanged by white people, did you?
No?
That is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
What?
What?
Don't you see? All this time I thought these little crackers had turned racist, when actually they were so not racist that they didn't even make a separation of black and white to begin with. All they saw when they looked at that flag was 5 people.
oh no, I dropped my piece of wire. No, Superman no here.
I almost let racism turn me into a racist.
I suddenly found myself on the side of Klan members. I've never had anything against blacks, Chef.
Oh, I know you don't, Jimbo. I've known you for almost 10 years. You're a good man.
We've been way too divisive over this, Chef. Maybe we can come up with a compromise flag, something that everybody can be happy with.
I think that's a much better start than me trying to separate myself from all you wonderful crackers.
I don't think we have to do this stupid debate now. Stan?
He's not gonna get over it.
Now we have learned once again that black, white, yellow, brown, or red, we are all dumb people. And so, I am very excited to unveil our new South Park flag.
Wait, I don't get it. No, see? There's people of all colors. And they added a black guy for the hangers too, so it's not racist.
Hooray!
I have to admit it, that is a lot nicer.
Phew, I'm sure that's what we'll work.
Me too.
I can't believe how right baby was about feeling under pressure with somebody. As soon as it was over, all my feelings for you just vanished.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And totally back to normal. See you later.
Yeah,
Good
see
lord.
you later. Oh.
Stan, wait up.
Dude,
It's okay.
no.
But I think it's good commentary on how people react to really
Aim.
tough or hot button issues. Thank you for recommending this episode. If you
I mean,
enjoyed this reaction,
minutes
please
of
make sure to
silence.
give this video
So Something
comment,
to him.
share, and subscribe. And check out another South Park episode right here.
Uh, Jokey. I try to pull this stuff. Okay. We're gonna start the process. Fight with needle-nose pliers if I have some. Got like 45 pairs of dikes, but needle-nose pliers? Hell no. These might work though. Oh, that's handy.
What's that?
The computer caps broke because they're old plastic and brittle.
Oh.
Good lord. That one broke too. So did that one. So did that one. But just being there completely all junk. Just pull them off. Those actually popped out. Okay. Stand up for a moment. Have a little bit of a stand up break. The old buttocks was starting to hurt.
Once again, we place our trust in it. I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, we have massive breaking news here. We have big change. Look who's back at Disney World. Yep, I guess it's undeniable now. Trump is your president. No more kooky conspiracy theories about how Kamala Harris is going to come in and take the Oval Office after a massive conspiracy is uncovered involving Elon Musk and his Tesla Optimus bots stealing the 2024 election. President Trump is now front and center at Disney, and you probably know what that means. The left is seething. Let me show you guys this clip in the new updated Trump Bot 2.0 that just took the stage at Disney. But first, this video is brought to you guys by a sponsor. Let's play that clip. This video is brought to you guys by Working Hard for Gold. Donald Trump is back in the White House, and America is on track to make the biggest economic revival in history. The economy is likely to surge. Investments
Live for almost.
Huge thank you to American Heart for Gold. Now back to the video. All right, folks, so here it is in all its glory.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
And now we come to the
Today's episode is not sponsored by Propel.
interest in the idea of a president, as we have from the beginning.
Not at all.
My fellow citizens, no
Okay.
event could fill me with greater anxiety than that notification on the 14th day of
Now
89 that you had
everything's
selected
gonna
me
need a nice
to
dusting.
lead our nation.
I printed off new
With the confidence of my
yellow,
fellow citizens
or blues, and
that I took an oath.
blues.
35 simple words that have been repeated by
Blue is
every
first, so let's do the blue first.
throughout history. I, Donald, do solemnly swear faithfully President of the United States, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
A brand new animatronic figure is back front and center, and as is tradition, delivers a brief presidential address to the parkgoers. And you could just imagine the seething that's about to transpire.
7 is gray.
Boycott Disney, folks. Hashtag boycotting Disney Presidential Hall for the next 4 years. Or who knows, maybe in 2025 fashion, we get the USAID NGO funded protest. You know, Disney gets the Tesla treatment.
How dare you?
Oh, here come the crusty old Antifa rejects screaming, "That's not my president," in front of the wax statue. And of course, that's exactly what's going to happen. And how do we know that? Well, because that's what the modern left is. Not a political movement, not an intellectual opposition. No, it's a brainwashed cult of perpetual resistance. For the sake of resistance. Cause doesn't matter. You know, it's like how the bull always chases the red flag. Well, in this case, the left zombie chases the orange man. Resistance to what, you ask? Doesn't matter. Whatever Donald Trump says, whatever he does, you resist by default. You know, it's actually rather easy, right? And you know what? In a way, understanding the culture of the left, I kind of understand it.
Are you still working on that wiring harness?
Yes, sir.
God damn, son.
Well, this ain't a quick job.
Maybe you should run over to fucking Home Depot and hire some Mexicans. Oh, that's right. They've all been deported.
That's true. We only have white guys around here anyways.
And I just turned your fucking stream into a political rant.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Now you're going to get canceled.
Right. So, 20 tree, black, underhood block. What? Low reference.
Easiest way to a political payout. You don't need to actually govern. And implement good policies, run a sound fiscal budget. Now, why do any of that when you could just stack enormous debt, oversee crisis, and then just blame everything on Donald Trump and develop your whole political persona around the idea of resisting him? Ooh, we're going to take him on. You know, like Gavin Newsom here.
But what I want people to know is, you know, gloves are off. Let's go. Enough. We're going to stand up for American people. We're going to stand up for people that are being bullied. We're going to have the backs of people that are scared. We're going to use our authority. I'm proud to be governor of the largest state in America. Again, I've said this before to you, 21 state populations combined, but we're also going to use our moral authority. And the extent we need to, we're also going to call out the bullshit and the propaganda and the weaponization of lies and mis and disinformation on networks like Fox. And we'll do it in every capacity. On behalf of the people I represent in the state, on an individual capacity, enough. It's time to assert ourselves much more forcefully with character and conviction and have the backs of people
that might
that
actually
don't
stay. I
have
don't
the
remember.
voice some of us have and the ability to do what
Low
some of us can
reference.
do. And that's what this whole
C2.
case is about.
I
And
feel like
we'll
that goes to
continue
C2.
and we'll continue to power through this remarkable moment in history.
He's going to stand up to Trump, who's a real bad guy because he's arresting all those illegal alien criminals. Just complete idiocracy. No policies, just resistance, slick smile, and some hair gel. And voila, Gavin Newsom. And of course, it's the exact same thing if you're chasing clout in the media game. The latest constitutional crisis, the debate over birthright citizenship.
I can't believe that we are asking the question, is the 14th Amendment to the Constitution constitutional? That is what, it is crazy. And I am sorry, but people need to call, this is crazy. They're asking us not to believe our own eyes and our own ears. They're asking us to go against everything that we know to be true. This is insane.
Oh, she's slamming the freaking desk. She's just so serial, guys. You don't understand. It's so raging. How dare you ask whether the 14th Amendment is constitutional? The 14th Amendment is the Constitution, she shrieks. I guess completely ignoring the fact that she's arguing with a ghost because no one actually
We'll
said
go ahead and just use a
Anybody question whether the interpretation of the 14th Amendment in regards to illegal aliens, that's correct. How dare you think and how...
Hey, Tanner.
Yo.
I got to go get something to drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I was just letting you know, so in case you asked me a question or something I didn't answer, you
Wouldn't think you just got mad at me and left.
yeah, exactly.
Like, what did I do? All right. So that crown reference is gone. This is a disaster. TAN25, which is bank 2 sensor 2, the O2s which we don't need. That may actually run to the wire that I think goes clear to the back. Maybe. Okay. That goes back into the harness. Do. All right. I'm gonna put it off there. Snip it. And that can that'll go back. For the O2 4, and then level 30, light green. That's this one right here. Yep, sure is.
That's not it.
It was it. Haha! Gandhi. And then we got the dumping lift drive signal. Dampening lift / drive signal. That's 38. That's a pink white.
How dare you engage in debate? No, just listen to Simone Sanders because she's thought about everything and she knows everything. How dare you question the Democrats and their voter importation scheme? Give me a frickin' break. But again, as I always say with these Democrats, acting all sassy and with an attitude or smacking the table, yelling at the top of your lungs as you piss your pants is not an argument. The 14th Amendment was written to ensure citizenship to freed slaves. I don't think the founding fathers intended to use it to allow foreign nationals to cross the border illegally, pop out an anchor baby, and get the whole family chain migrated into the country. The concern here is about the interpretation. But instead of having that,
so then we do
engage in theatrics, in the
39,
drama,
which is yellow black.
how dare you even ask the question? You,
39.
sir, are a bigot, and I have officially won the argument. But again, all this does is prove just how completely unserious they are. It's always the same thing, whether it's the Trump statue, whether it's the policy, or whether it's the color of the tie that the president chooses to wear today. With these leftoids, every time, every day, it's death in one. This is a political identity that requires you to be mad at all times. I mean, literally, you got to channel your inner Rachel Maddow. Mad. You need to be ready to cry about the poor migrants on demand at the snap of a finger, preferably in front of a fence looking at a parking lot. They simply can't function without manufactured outrage, because then, of course, the act dries out, and then the poor leftist is left with nothing.
Then we have to go to the other side, which is 45 and 46. Both of them need to be deleted. Actually, 46 might. I think.
Hey, I sent you a couple videos in a PM on Discord.
I'll in a bit.
All right.
Well, there he is. Unless something's good. You do. Unless something's Yes, sir. I go. I'm a sports.
Yeah, it really don't help me none there. Okay. Does not help me none at all. This one probably has that actually. So we'll do 45 and 46 because I don't think we're gonna need that. At the end of this is real fun. 41.
So, yeah, congratulations. Step someplace else.
Let's see. Which are these two gray bars here.
Private event.
Have you seen me ask for money?
Yes, I did.
Seen me ask for money. Come on.
Hey, free, be free.
Well, I'm not trying to get you mad.
This one goes back to the plug. Okay. Then we need 56.
Well, man, I'm not trying to get exercise my rights.
Which is your, if it's an L59, which I'm assuming this must be an L59, just from the way things were. And that's a flex fuel sensor, which is kind of cool that we could make this thing a E85 compatible truck, but there's not an E85 compatible fuel tank or fuel system. So 59 is yellow, needs to be removed. Yep, it's class serial 2 data.
Guy have a permit to be here? Do you have a permit to be here, sir?
I mean, I came here to look at stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Yeah. I did. I mean, I bought charms. No.
3.
Which one's yours?
Black.
Or was they? Oh, I see. It says. I thought it said press.
I know that one's already been pulled out of the loom somehow. Okay, so then we got 65. which is purple, and that's 65, which is
Where the asking from?
302.
Hey guys, Rudy.
Hey,
I didn't ask me. Oh, really?
I'm not soliciting or anything. I'd like to
That's sad.
Some of these numbers are incredibly hard
do
to
that.
read. This one might still be. Isn't? Yep,
What
it's
is
that one. So that one, right?
What is that? Oh, God bless him. Homeless vets, yeah.
So I can go back down here with this tan because that's the secondary of 2 sensor wear. Okay,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
then 68
It does see how
also.
that's the back of it says, God bless. Yeah, both of them.
68,
Crazy.
7, 68.
Oh, you're welcome. Do you have any money on you? $1 or $2?
67
Bless
for
me.
what?
$10.
PCM graph.
All right.
You definitely want to keep that one then.
Interesting. I mean, he's in all black. I don't know. I wouldn't be out here in all black.
It was easy because it was already had 32 views.
Cool.
And then brown oil level switch is 70. 70.
Touching your camera, man. I was just looking at it. I want to be on YouTube.
Ouch. That was me crotch.
Did they say they're going to get him out?
Come on, bitch.
Yeah, just let it peter out. That's all.
Bloop. All right.
Who is he? Is he someone?
So 70.
Oh, trying to get a title.
And so we can get rid of 32 as well, because I was missing those. So 30. Where's 32 at?
I figured when you guys were talking. So
I don't think you. I mean, I just had to spend this message.
Are cops coming on? Well, I like watching this. No, they're not coming.
Yeah.
He's got to be. He's the smartest. He ain't the smartest of individuals.
Got rid of that one.
Probably when he wears white, it's all dirty. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then we want 34 as well, I guess, too.
And she is mad. I know we were over there talking shit. Like, why is he all dressed in black?
We're not using the park
Those are
neutral
black,
safety
bro.
switch on the LS. We'll just use the one in the truck.
That's light black. I was gonna say he's got a brand new iPhone on the newest ones they got. Oh, does he? Oh.
On the other end, they allow this future judge to petitions for his position.
Are you good? Yeah, I'm recording. We're out in public. You're gonna be a judge and you don't know that? No, this guy was being accused of, yes.
We need 72.
This booth right here.
Where's
Just like
72
right here.
at?
And so he took money?
Yellow?
He asked for money? What if I told you this whole thing was audio and video? But I'm saying, if you said that he was taking money and I have it all audio recorded, you just saying asking for money. But he's not soliciting. He's not a First Amendment protected. That's all. But
okay.
You made the assumption that he was asking for money when he never was. See this right here? See that thing on top? There's a mic on the side. How does that not matter? Why would lie?
So now we need to get 19 and 19.
People like
Where's 19?
You did lie. You said he asked for money. He never asked for money. Well, think clearer, because you make assumptions like that. You could land someone in jail. You realize you could land someone in jail, right? You for making those there's no soliciting happening. Imagine that. You imagine those things that you thought you heard could land. Well, you didn't want to help him, but don't say things that could put people in jail. Listen for a second. You ain't gonna do.
57.
Go get to your car and take your stuff there because you're a liar and you accuse of doing that. Wrong. That's absolutely wrong. You don't do that. That could land people in jail. It could land people in jail. That's why.
What up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out about.
I'm pretty sure they made a play called The Book of Mormon, and I didn't know that until one of y'all mentioned it. That was actually Matt Stone, and them. They were the ones who did that.
I think it was at the end of an episode where they teased it, and I was laughing like hysterically because I was like, "What is that about?" Because I thought it was just a gag, but no, there was an actual episode called All About Mormon. So I'm assuming that this is the origin story. Maybe this is like the prequel to that play. I think it might still be traveling, or it has at one point in time. But yeah, I really don't know much about like the religion. I know that there is a show called like The Secret Life of Mormons, like on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
This battery power, because that's
popular right now. I haven't gotten into that, even though people say it's like an addicting reality TV show, which is up my alley because I am a reality TV junkie. But I haven't really watched that much reality TV. But like I know if I get into it, that'll consume my life.
I thought I grabbed a permanent marker, but apparently I did not.
Handy. But they drink a lot of soda.
Yeah, and I think that place that they go to a lot. That sounds like weird.
Is it called Swig?
I think it's called Swig, and I think we're getting one in Austin, and I want to go try.
You don't even drink soda.
I want a dirty Coke. That's what they call it. It looks good.
I also know what soaking is.
And then there should be positive emission voltage on
ahead of our posting schedule or have access to our full free access. Where you take a copy of your episodes, sync it up with those no cuts. You can do so by checking out our Patreon.
So 19.
Check out our channel, Casey and Anthony, that post all of our blog content.
Okay, children, let's take our. We have a new student joining us today who has just moved here from Utah. I want you all to say hi to Gary.
Hi, Gary. It's really great.
Gary?
Oh,
Gary. Wrestling.
Gary. 75.
He also maintained a 4.0 grade point average at his old school and has been on 2 national commercials for toothpaste.
Wow, he's done a lot at like the age of like 9?
Oh, dude, what a little asshole. Yeah, screw that kid.
Oh.
Look
my God.
Hey, my name's Gary.
Poor little Gary.
Hi, my name's Yura. Yura, fag. That's funny.
Shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's playing by himself.
Dude, that new kid is such a douche. Yeah, somebody needs to put him in his place. He's a pecker face, that's what he is.
No, where did that come from?
Well, maybe he won't fight. Will he bleed? That's all we care about.
What the heck?
Come on, dude. Somebody needs to wipe that fucking smirk off his face.
Oh my gosh, they're being so aggressive to Gary. He just got here.
All right, I'm gonna go kick his ass. Yeah, go Stan.
Stan's gonna do it?
All right, I got $5 on the other kid. Who wants it?
Wasn't he like wrestling champ or something?
I'm gonna kick your ass. Excuse me? I'm gonna kick your ass.
That doesn't sound confident.
That made it sound confident.
I'm the new kid. Yeah, I guess maybe I deserve it.
Oh, no, you don't deserve it, Gary. You didn't do anything.
It's really tough being in a totally new place, but I think all you guys are really cool, so I understand if there's initiation right. Dude, stop it.
You're not making this fun anymore.
Shut up, Butters. The other kids are watching. Look, do what you gotta do.
Oh my God. I like Gary.
What happened?
He's too nice.
I'm going over to his house for dinner tonight. You're having dinner with his family? What kind of family has a kid like that?
Okay, my turn. Kids, why don't you grab your instruments and play a song for Stan? All right, let's do it.
Band?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love my family. It's the best.
I will say this family seems a little too nice.
Yeah.
And sometimes when things are too nice.
Alright, so the blue connector, I don't think we need anything. 33, we do need some 33.
Now, how about we do some scripture readings from the Book of Mormon?
I just said the Mormon.
Book of Mormon? What's that?
You know, the book that Joseph Smith found.
Who's Joseph Smith?
Oh, you're gonna learn all about Mormonism.
Tell us the story of Joseph Smith again, Dad.
He's either going to think it's weird or he's going to be a Mormon.
Joseph Smith was called a prophet. Dum, dum, dum.
Do they sing this in the play?
They have to.
I can see them doing that. Is it a musical? I love musicals.
All right.
Suddenly, God and Jesus appeared before me.
So, this is the TTC brake cruise control torque converter control wire.
I'm wondering why you're not showing up on my notification.
All right, so we got the TTC release, and then which 35, there probably isn't one. No. Okay, so now I'm not doing a performance switch mode. 58, though. I do need to get 58 out of there. The which is green, which will come over here to one of these connections because it's class data. Goes into this connection, that's right here.
Oh, I didn't have all notifications hit
That'll
on your
actually
bed.
share a connection with, which will swap that out with the OBS harness that wanted the dashboard correctly.
You need to make a picture of you bigger in the.
Well, most of the stuff, this is just tedious crap.
Oh.
Be 2 10 58. So that'll be pulled out anyways, but so 75 is out. And then we got our TCC blocked up.
You need to raise your camera because either that or slide the bring the wire back. There you go. There you go.
Hey. Got a lot of it. There's a cluster mess. This piece of really.
Hey.
Yo.
Talk quite a bit on there. I'll see if it's cutting out on the stream.
Oh, okay. I mean, you'll have to wait a second, but it'll be there. So we got to pull dish. Yeah. That, yeah. Where does that go? Is that's wire already pulled? Yes. The green wire goes into the other plug, which one of these plugs ends up being removed entirely once you pull it out of the green. A lot of stuff in the green plug that needs to be pulled. Oh. Let me get these over here so they don't. I'm just gonna go ahead and snip these. Just leads that are literally in the way. So we'll go ahead and just get rid of those. These are actually leads too that are in the way, but module plugin. Now hold green part. Blue piece sticker under that. And really, go ahead and just relatch the pin I just popped out, because you know, why not? I love doing things twice.
You cut out a little bit, but not as much as you did on Discord.
Well, like that's a good thing, I guess. There's some dude in here waving at me, laughing at me like I'm a bunghole.
Bungholio.
That's a bungholio. So I need to take out 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So let's find. Oh God, this one's the bottom one for sure. There's 1, 2. So 3 is for, yeah, 3 is not populated. And then 5, 4, and then 5, which is a tan and black, which is what we got here.
So what is the play about?
Oh my gosh!
I am Moroni. I am a Native American.
What?
But your skin is white.
Yes, long ago all Native Americans were white. We all came to America from Jerusalem.
What?
While we were here, we were visited by Christ.
Jesus lived here in America?
And blue. Fuel pump, which is 9.
The other tribe of Israel.
Which will be swapped out with the one on the
in red.
truck.
These are the
green wire here.
There is an
Which I
ancient book
believe
buried
runs
there, on gold plates to count my people's lives. Also buried with the book are 2 seer stones, the Urim and Thummim.
Oh.
How do you say that word?
Find it and fulfill your destiny.
Dum 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 dum.
Dum 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 dum.
I just realized, are they calling it dumb 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 dumb?
Or is it just the tune?
I don't know. It could go either way with them.
Ooh, the Rice Krispie squares are done. What?
Okay.
You don't cook Rice Krispie squares? Squares? I said squares. You make it with marshmallow and you let them cool.
Fuel pump.
How come you never told me about Joseph Smith?
No.
Ooh, he doesn't even know.
Just turn watching Friends! Mr. Harrison said that Joseph Smith spoke to God and Jesus and they told him none of the religions were right.
Oh, did he now?
Oh, shit.
How come we never have a night where we don't watch any TV and we just do stuff together and eat and drink?
We have that, Stan. It's called Friday Night Kegger.
Friday Night Kegger?
Mr. Harrison said that I need to be following Heavenly Father's plan, and I don't even know what that is.
All right, that does it.
Where are you going?
They're going to be so nice. He's going to want to befriend them too.
Engine speed signal 10.
You got to put these cult people in their place, or else they never
Which
stop.
is this white wire. And somehow I knew it was going to be white because most of GM's tack wires is white. That runs over to this plug that goes in the truck.
Are you Mr. Harrison? I sure am. The name's Gary. It's so nice to finally meet you.
He's going to love him.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what happened to Stan.
What a treat! It's so nice to meet
Rice Krispie squares.
Well,
What even is that?
thanks. Karen just finished baking the most amazing Rice Krispie squares.
That doesn't make any sense.
Chocolate frosting on top sounds interesting.
I actually came over because I'm a little concerned about some of the things you told my son. Uh-huh. Mr. Marsh, I am so sorry.
We just moved here from Utah, and we're so used to everyone being Mormon that we forget not everyone wants to hear about it. Oh, boy, you must be furious.
They're very apologetic.
You just heard your son talking about religious ideals that aren't your own, and you said, who the heck do these people think they are?
Oh, well, look at that.
I'm really, truly sorry, Mr. Marsh. It won't happen again.
They're just so chill and nice.
We know there are a lot of beliefs out there, and ours just works for us.
To each his own, right? Yeah.
He's gonna be like, they're cool.
I've never known any Mormons. I don't even know what you people believe.
I love it.
Like us, the episode.
You're not going to believe it, everybody. I found them.
Are you gonna show them?
Another New Testament of Jesus Christ.
I wonder if this is the play.
Inside the stone box, I found the magical
What?
I found
16, 16 we need.
Tanner,
Yes, sir.
time for me to go to bed.
Going to bed, huh?
Yep. I will leave this lurking your stream.
All right. Well, that's mighty nice of you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Got drive low here. Well, you made it later than last night.
Yes, I did. All right. You have a good night.
You too. Good night. Then we need 18 and 19. So 18. I don't think it's going to have one on 18. No, 18, but 19 it does. Which is going to go to that same connector. Where's my cutter there? Save this because we might need to. That was axle switch, which I don't think we'll need, but never used it on any of them so far. So we'll see. This one is about ready to be moved from this. Actually, it could be removed from this entire. Well, not yet. Yeah, I can now. Oop, don't need that anymore. This has got a bunch of wires going to it that we're throwing just the wires back here. Pins go down here. Bad when you start putting everything on the floor, you know, to get everything working. Or just basically get stuff out of your way. Two more little pin wires. These are kind of nice to keep around. Or adding stuff to LS computers or Polaris's, really, too, because they use a lot of these for their stuff. And got the front axle. Didn't have the clutch switch. Got the front axle signal. We don't need the fan too because we're not doing electric fan. Keeping the mechanical fan. Number 34 evac purge solenoid control 34, which we are keeping because what color? Dark green and white right there. So yeah, we're keeping that because this is actually going to have the tank pressure switch into the PCM as well. And for the most part, that should function, I think. And we might actually be able to get it to function and work, maybe. It'd be kind of cool to have evap that functions. AC collect. Okay, so 43 AC relay control. 43, which we want to save. Which is that on the back here? It should be on this side. Let's turn over some page. So yeah, 43, which is dark green and white. it will go to this right here. How did I know? Like I've done this before. Cool part is we back down to just sensor wires in this setup, so I have to pin injectors, do odd and even injectors. Wiring, so we can fuse them separately. So this is the AC control wire. May or may not get used. We may bypass all this stuff and just use pressure switches. It's like well, basically the older style air conditioning that these had, the OBSs had. Those little pressure switches. And AC on clutch relay on roll. Okay, then 45 is white. So we should have white and dark green going to that connection. That's up. That's down here somewhere by the alternator wire. Then that's not it. That's it. Yeah, that's cam. Who ate the alternator wire? Huh? Who ate the alternator wire? Who did it? Because it's right by it. It's right here. Now there's pink and green. Which one's the green, dark green, and white? Yes. Must ground it out. So that's evap canister control. So that would be evap canister. That's the thing under the truck. So that's 45. Here, not one of these, which this there ain't. Might let me use one of the pins off to work on that. Evap. 10, 45. Evap can. .46 is the MLI light. 4546, which is brown, which will run to this one, which is right here. AK check engine light wire. Which this will be swapped with one of the pins on the OBS truck. Supposed to use the factory wiring, factory harness when we integrate it together. MIO on control. Okay. MIO control, which we got vehicle speed signal 49, which is for ABS. I believe that can be for ABS. So look at the thing. ESS ABS maybe. Vehicle speed signal 50. Which is right next to that, and it is what? Dark green. And it runs to this wire too, and I think that's the last wire other than some. Stay away from that fan. Okay, so VSS dash output. Okay, VSS output. And the 52, 53, and 54 all need gone. Where's that at? 50, 52, 51 is something else. So 52, which is 52, which is brown. Yep. 52, 53, and 54. But all three of these need out of here. And they are. Some of them. What's the red and white go to? O2 bank heater 2, which is still going down to that harness, I bet. Yep. And then brown's probably 2. That'd be my guess. No. Brown is right here. Cool. Oh, this dump. So them all three are on D. Then 9, 58, and 59 need to go away too. 58, 89, right here. That runs over here to this, which we can depin right here. Okay. Yes. So you can go out here and then down here. All right. So then this one should already be. Yes, it's already been unhooked. So both those have been removed. Okay. So then we have a couple more on this one, and then just the typical blue stuff, which we've done most of it. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. I'm also going to shut off my exhaust fan and close my window. And I'm done with my cigar. So, all right, I will be back. All right, we're back. Finish that up here. Please. I'm not able to that. Leave off 62. Why is this thing being... Okay, now we got some sound. Cool. I don't know why this thing's such a pain. But, this headset sometimes is just can be a big turd. But yeah, this is an O3 harness for an LS. And, you don't actually have to do all this. If you want to run one, you can delete VATs out of the computer and run with this factory fuse block that goes under the hood of those trucks. All you gotta do is apply power to a couple of pins. LT1swap.com's got where you plug into that. And I've run a couple engines on frames that way just to do compression checks and just listen to them, do videos of ones running and stuff to sell. I use LSX Droid to delete the VATs out of the computers on a lot of those. Use HP tuners on ones that I'm actually going to do some tuning to. The ones that are just a basic swap, I'll delete the VATs and tune it out with LSX Droid. Actually, I use PCM Hammer, but same sort of thing. This is in a bourbon. I'm trying to keep a lot of the AC stuff going in the computer. I'm trying to keep evac working. And if it doesn't work, that's not a Wait, we're trying to get if it doesn't work with PCM, we can put up like the older OB course because they're throttle body injected, didn't really run through any computer. They were just switches, and that'll work too. But I'm almost done actually with this part. The next fun and exciting thing I have to do is go back here, and on all these pink wires, I have to figure out which goes to all the sensors. These are all different sensors down this harness that just drapes off into this toad over here. But yeah, that's each one goes to different sensors. There'll be 8 of them are injectors. There's the MAF, the O2s, stuff like that. Yeah, it can be kind of a pain, but got a multimeter here, so we can at least get that done. So yeah, thanks. It's a work in progress, but we'll get there. I think I'm good to actually put these caps back on this. Cool. So that means that's done. Oop, wrong direction. What'd this go to? This got to go to a plug-in somehow. Where's this one? Genuinely concerned because this is O2 coloring. This goes to 29 on the blue. What is 29 on the blue? 29. 10. That's saying that is O2 sensor 1. Why did that get cut? Because I could have swore O2 sensor 1's down here. Yeah, O2 sensor bank 1 low signal, O2 sensor bank 2, bank 2 sensor 1, ground. So how do you find bank 1? Purple and white, which is 69. At least this one's not so bad. You can actually kind of see it. Oop. Which is this one right here. Is that cut also? No, that one goes. So why is this not in there? This one runs, does this run down? No, this one runs down too. Yeah, well then why is that? Is there a cut wire in here somewhere? One of these probably? Let's check this with a multimeter. The one we have is tan and white, so where's tan and white? Okay, so this would be well, no, that still goes. So we can check that purple and white on this one to see if that's the correct pin 69. Yeah, what? ECM into chaos. Yeah, sometimes Fuel can do some weird stuff. That's kind of interesting. I know the old Holden stuff. Holden stuff is kind of odd. I've noticed. I've worked on a few like GTOs, which is basically a Holden Commodore, I believe is what those were, and they were kind of interesting. They're just a little odd. A lot of the Australian Opal, yeah. I would assume they would be pretty close. The GM wise. Trying to figure this one out here. This is kind of throwing me for a loop here, unless this is. Okay, so purple. Okay, so that's bank, yeah. For some reason, or was I on the right one? I don't think I was on the right one, actually. Was I? Yeah, this one. And this purple, which is. Yep. So then this one here, this wire here. So somewhere I've got a wire cut or was cut. So that's an all tan one. So there's got to be a tan and white wire somewhere that goes to this harness that has been cut. Oh boy. But there's no tan and white wire on this setup. There's just a solid tan. Or am I on? Do I even have the right wire? I don't have the right. Am I on the right wire? I am not on the right wire. No, I am not on the right wire. Okay. It's just all caught up in a ball of stuff here. So we're actually looking for 28. 28 needs to be removed. No, never removed off. Mark it off. It was never. Okay. Wrong one. Yes. I did the one before. Do not want. Continue. Got 4 wires. Banjo string tight above it. Honestly, don't know what's the best way of removing this. Okay, good. Was freaking out for nothing. But the other end for the bank 202, I'll have to solder an end on it because it accidentally got cut. But I will not do that till it's in the truck because it can be a little shorter than it is from the factory because it's way too long. All right, cool, that's done. Check my phone here. It made a noise earlier. Okay. All right. Whoa, we got 5 people watching here. Watching me struggle and just mess things up here. So yeah, these 3 wires go back to where that was cut, where it runs down the passenger side to the other O2 sensor. This is for the rear. The only thing we're missing out of this is a ground. Yeah, this is what I enjoy doing. I like wiring. I don't like it when people cut harnesses that don't need to be cut though, But it'll be all right. We'll figure it out. I also have to repin the 4L60 plug to fit a 4L80 transmission, so we'll have some fun there. And when you de-pin these and undo the harness and everything, you end up with the MAF plug for your mass airflow sensor that I'm pretty sure you could mount a MAF on the rear of your vehicle because it's like 5 feet long. It's ridiculous. So we'll probably cut that down before it goes in the truck. It doesn't need to be near that long. This blue wire, I believe, is power for your TAC module because it's drive-by wire. So I need to look this up. They have a pinout on lt1swap.com as well. And this is all turn. What's this light blue wire go to? Where do you go to? I'll have to look at that too to figure out which one that is. I don't know. I've been streaming for about almost 3 hours, so getting kind of late actually. Yeah, almost 10 o'clock. I might have to get off here for too long just because it's getting kind of late. So this blue wire, which is how many pin is this? 16 pin on, which one is it? So it's a 16 pin. I gotta go over to my computer here real sec, or 1 second to look this up. This harness has made this place a disaster. I'm gonna have to spend an hour cleaning up stuff just to get a little more organized again. Okay, so go back, pinouts, no. this one and I can't remember which one connection that is. He does have it labeled in his pictures though. That is the C100 plug. So that one, maybe? Or no, it's H on both sides. Okay, yes, did it there. So I. Just looking at the way. If that's A, we're in J. So it's J. Just A4. Well, that's right. Which is A. Yeah, there's A, which that goes to the cruise control. Yes, I do. That is. Yep, cruise control. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah, actually, that's what I do for trade. I work on lawnmowers and ATVs and side by sides and stuff. So yeah, I understand you there, man. That's why there's a lot of that stuff on my channel too, besides car and truck stuff, because you kind of work on them. You kind of like to play with your own stuff, so it's kind of why there's a lot of stuff on there. But yeah, thanks for liking and subscribing, man. It's awesome. I'm over here fighting with this plug because they're not giving me a pinout for this plug. Yeah. I don't know why it's like that. Unless that goes to the transmission by chance. I bet it does. I bet it does. I bet it's this one right here that I can't get to. I do need to pop that off though. I don't have. I wish I bought my uh yeah, thanks. Yeah, definitely. I think you might be one of the first Australian people that's been in here, so thank you very much. Have fun to land down under. Maybe one day I'd like to visit. It's I've seen a bunch of stuff about it. It's seems like a very dangerous but very fascinating and pretty place. I had one of these apart many years ago. Hmm. All right, I gotta check the phone real quick though. That's fun. Open prop in it. I didn't know I had a seam ripper in that. Huh. Owns kit for I don't know how. But I do happen to have these. Get that out. I don't know. We'll try my knife. We'll see. Hope. Lost people. Hey! Cool. Ha! All right. This has got a few things that does need to be depinned and pulled out, but I bet this here is dark green. Or not dark green, dark blue. I'll put money that if I do a continuity check between this pin right here and this pin, we'll have continuity. We don't. So it's not that. Is there two dark blues? No, there's not two dark blues. What is that? What could it be? Let's go on a wild goose chase of LS wiring and find a dark blue wire. So this one here, that is for, what is this for? Does this pin not have to be in here? Because if it didn't, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, that wasn't it. I was making sure that continuity to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do something I hate to do. Jam that in there and just start going on a goose chase because okay, that goes to the alternator. I need to look up an LS alternator pin out because I'm not 100% sure and understand a lot of that one. Because I think that might be charge light, maybe? Whoa. Oop. Auxiliary pump controls, no. Coils, no. System, no. Charging schematic. Okay. So, dark green, gray, brown. Powertrain control module. Where is the alternator at? Generator. Dark blue goes to the brake warning system, schematic, and hydraulic brakes. So that doesn't need to be in there. So I probably can cut it. And being this harness is not tight, very tight, you might be able to. Coming up to this right there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that out there or not. Oh, I can't, but I do bet I can. Well, it's tighten that too, but it's probably right here. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Or no, is that not it? Something getting tight. Ain't it? Yeah, there's blue getting tight there. So yeah, I don't want that blue getting tight on me. The blue with a white stripe? Yes. And that's just a solid blue. So we'll go ahead and pull it back tight. And get that positioned. Whoopsies! Ah, there's that little devil. Hiding there. You guys probably can't see nothing. Not a thing. But that is the correct wire now. So now we're getting her through. Ugh. So yeah, this doesn't need to be here. You don't need to be in here. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, good deal. Good talk. Okay, yeah, that didn't need to be in there. So now the only thing in that left is a few few O2 wires to get rid of, and yeah, I might pull that up and start doing that. Yeah, we got most of our stuff for the engine side of things up here done. Thank goodness. I could actually get rid of this because these are all cruise control, basic cruise control wiring. So I may cut and then label them. Which the funny thing is, if you ever done this kind of swap, these match, I think, most old power steering, or not power steering, old cruise control, like the old mechanical. It matches a lot of that, and it matches the newer. Stepping on my lead. That's hard on leads. Newer electronic drive-by-wire cruise, which we're going to try to hook that up so he can have cruise control as well. We're going to try to make this thing, you know, air conditioning, cruise control, you know. It's going to be it's a rough rig. I mean, it's an off-road rig, but cruise control and air conditioning's always nice to have. So yeah, so we had, which that some of them wires actually from that. I go here to controls. I know this is the big starter wire problem, so yeah, turn that off. Well, I need to go down here in this oak furnace, and there's a few things that need to be removed. But there's a green wire that I don't know where it goes. Do I have any more wires up here that go to stuff? I got green. There's not very many lime greens that go. So I know the purples. The purple, solid tan, and the red all go. I don't know where the green one is and what it does, honestly. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the stuff needs to be pulled out because I don't know. All this is matted together too, so that don't help. Yeah, there we go. That one's the one we need. Yeah, it'll pull easy enough. Easy enough out of there. Okay. It has a pin on it, so that was why it was not faint. Okay. I think that doesn't need to be that tight that is now. No, because that was all in a ravel tazzle. Give it that razzle dazzle. Wrong wire. Every time. I always grab the wrong purple wire. Because they always run them right next to each other. Real fun if you ask me. And I'll probably not pull that one really tight so that I know which one. Pull on the correct. The only thing is a lot of times if you have a bad wire in your harness, you'll find it when you go to try to start it and it doesn't start. You have a O2 not reading correctly, or it tends to be problems with your heater circuit. A lot of times I've seen I've had a couple problems. I've had coil grounds a lot. That's on LS vehicles that have not been swapped, have coil ground problems. I mean, a lot of these LSs can have ground problems. All right, so still don't know what that green wire does. I'm kind of concerned. I may pull it back to see where it goes. So this one, hoping it goes to something. Does this have a green wire in it? Hope I don't need to reinstall it. It's in a big old twisted mess right here. So there should be. I unfortunately deleted the ground, didn't I? Nope. That's the math. And this is R3. Yeah, I unfortunately deleted both grounds in the O2 circuit. Yep. Okay, what? For me, mostly earth, lol, like 90%. Yeah, ground. Yeah. Yeah, most of the time, most electrical problems can go back to either being ground or the earth. It doesn't matter if it's household wiring or vehicle wiring. Does this? No. What's this? Okay, that's the other tan one. I know I have a tan one still, don't I? Yes, this one. Okay, and it's got a tightness to it. It's stuck in there pretty good. Oh, not too great though. There we go. So there's one of the tan ones. The secondary O2s. I got a mess. This is horrible. But I have two pinks, which one will be power, and extra power I don't need. And then I'll have a high and low reference and power. And I will just have to go back to this ground splice and re-add me a ground wire. Once I do that, we will have a oxygen sensor being able to be plugged in on the other end of this. Like I said, I don't need both pinks, but I'll go back and make sure which one's actually hooked to the other pink O2, other front O2, and we'll just do one fuse for the O2s and stuff. So instead of having one for left and bank and right bank, which makes sense on the heaters, but helps diagnose if you have a bad heater and one that's shorted out and causing the fuse to pop. If you have a bank one and a bank two fuse on each of your O2s, it'll burn out whichever O2 heater's having your problem. But yeah, you can do it that way, but I just like saving space in the fuse box myself. I'm just happy to have found the correct stuff. So excited. Okay. So now no, I still need to figure out where this green wire goes. So the uphill battle is not done yet. And it runs here. If it needs to go back down somewhere, it can, but I don't know where that would have went. And this goes to computer, goes right here to this one, which is green connector pin I cannot read. So that's setting 1, 2, 3, 4. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. 74 on the green connector? Bank 2 sensor 1 heater control. Yeah, I need that wire. So is one ground? Oh yeah. Wait a minute. What? What do we got? Where's it at? What is this other O2 sensor floating that we're using? So we have a black and white, so I'm betting that's that, and then the purple and the tan. So yeah, if we shove this back, we're gonna put this back like we never even seen it. Okay? Just gonna slide it back in there like it was never ever removed, or semi like that, I guess. Good news is I only have one piece of tape right there. The rest are down here. Where's Mo 2? There it is. So, in theory, though, I cut this at the same length. So, if I go down here and don't accidentally take the math with me, find this, put all these wires together really close like. We need to find that pink wire, which pink wire we're going to use. So, ahead and grab this here. And take the pink. Why am I not getting a signal now? So these three, or not these three, but these four wires are all our O2 wiring, so good deal. Why GM had to run all their wiring, or their O2s together, both sides. I don't think this has a white line on it. Gonna test it one more time to make sure, for some weird reason, they didn't get crossed. Nope. So this one can be unrooted and then cut back at the block. Because we don't need it in there. And then I'm fairly certain the rest of this harness can be trimmed, and have already cut the other one of this pink wire off, the other O2 power. because I deleted it back towards the top. I'm going to keep this, though, because the pink wire is kind of handy. GM uses it for all their power stuff, so when I'm building the harness, or the fuse block, I can use some of this for the power wire. So yeah, and then we can make sure this green wire just gets tucked back in the harness where it belonged, you know. Got to leave it in there. It does not leave. All right, so now we take the, like I said, the, you know, the thing, 6 mission for a, and I have to add 3 program 4 plate. Might be fun, being I did find it Twitter, and I don't know very many things. I'm hoping they best how at least some that way there for injectors and the LM4 not L so, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and tape some of this stuff up. Make sure I'm not running over any plugins or anything. Don't like doing that. Tape up a little bit of this harness. I'm not gonna tape it all the way up. I'm just gonna put it together in case we have to add something or kind of because we're gonna be putting this together with the factory harness, so it'll be kind of a combination of the two, I guess would be the term you could use. Well, but sweet thing is, it was a 3/4 ton Suburban. The motor, it's the LM7 L59, same thing. One's flex fuel, one's not. Bolted right up to the 480 with the 6-liter flex plate. I think the stock truck manifolds, if we get lucky, are going to fit. May have to do some clearancing around the firewall, but I think we can use a stock set of manifolds, and I had a okay. Yeah, I don't know this. I don't know if it's my computer. I don't think it likes. I don't think this computer likes this wireless headset. I need to just probably shut it off at some point and just use my microphone built in the computer. It'd probably actually work better, but yeah. Anyways, like I said, the motor fit in there good, and I think we'll be able to use the stock manifolds and a stock 6-liter Y pipe from a 6-liter 3/4 ton truck. So hopefully it'll all work. That's what I'm hoping, anyways. We can hope. We're hopeful. Most of it's in there, and he bought AC adapters or an AC adapter so you can run a stock compressor in the stock location, and it worked pretty good. It's working. I think it'll work all right. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this O2 up too. I can always make it shorter if I need to. I bet you his O2 wiring's in that box. Hard telling. Could still be under the truck. And an odds are it probably still is under the Tahoe this engine came out of, which we have. So if I really want to, okay, only a fair bit. Okay, I don't. That's weird because literally the computer is this. The camera up here is the computer that I'm using. So apparently the Bluetooth module in that thing's not very strong, I guess, or this headset's dying. One of the two. It's been used a lot, so yeah, it's. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and tie up this harness a bit, and then I might. I've still got to eat yet, so and it's getting on to be 10:30. Been live for what? 3.5 hours. Woo! That's not too bad though, really. I mean, I've done most of the rework of this harness, other than doing the fuse block in 3.5 hours. And a lot, and it's been a year and a half since I've done one. I used to be able to do these in about 2 hours. But it also don't help that all my thread rippers that I use to open up the looms, all of them are broke. So, and doll. So apparently I need to buy a nice one. Yeah, I do. So I don't need a ground for that O2 sensor because I do have 4 wires for it. So cool. Yeah, I bet you if I look, bank 1. So that's bank 2, which is about to be right. Yes, I need bank 2. Tan's low. Purple. Purple. Purple is that, and the light green's the deal. And then power. So, okay, so I guess the green is the ground signal for the O2 to come on. Okay, makes sense. Disaster averted. I guess I can put this on before some pins decide to shimmy out of here and I don't know where they go and freak out a bit. Yeah, we're not going to put any covering on this harness until it gets in the truck. Ding again. Yep. I gotta pull this pin out, or this wire out of this alternator plug. That'll have to be extended too, but yeah. We're getting closer to... If I was smart and I'd have grabbed this PCM, I'd have bench flashed it with a 480 tune and a VATS removal. And then we'd let it run and drive and see what codes populate for check engine lights. And then we can look at it and see which need turned off or something needs addressed. Parts of the harness falling down on my leg, or what's going on? Because I feel stuff falling down. This cluster I will deal with later. Cruise control stuff can stay out here. power to that. Yeah, that's all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up and go lay it out on the floor and kind of on the other side of the room. And then I'm gonna clean up my area. Now that you probably can't hear me. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I am gonna call it a night. Hours, so that's a pretty good live stream. That's my first live stream done. To get 79 views. That's doing pretty good. Just having fun. Got this little speaker. Pretty good. Might work. You have a nicer microphone to use too. But you guys, and I do not be in here again. But yeah, see you guys next one. I gotta see if I can figure out how to turn this thing off. All right, there we go.